Hi, OWP group. I'm just going to take you through a slideshow that I made last year when I was talking to my district about Twitter as a professional learning network. So this slideshow has some links in it. So I'm also going to post the link to the slideshow itself so that you can click the live links throughout it. But I'm going to narrate it here on this video. So we're off. Let's see. These are the basics of tweeting for the newbies. So the tweet is the message itself, and I'm sure even if you've never been on Twitter, you know that that's 140 characters. It can include other people's Twitter handles or usernames, and also hashtags. You can like or favorite or heart a tweet to show that you've acknowledged it, right, or that you have some kind of admiration of it, although those get a little tricky sometimes. You can quote a tweet or retweet a tweet to show that you're involved in the discussion or you think that what somebody else said is important. But again, be careful of this. I think a lot of Twitter users are guilty of retweeting a link to something that they actually haven't read, right? You can also reply to a tweet and have the whole world see that. And then you can send a direct message as well to somebody on Twitter. So you'll see the links down below that you'll be able to view when I post the actual slideshow as well. So hashtags are what I want to talk about first of all. That is when you use the pound symbol followed by some words. So professionally, hashtags are used to group tweets together, right? So what it says over there is like, hashtag math, hashtag lesson plans, hashtag OWP16 or YOWP is the hashtag we seem to be using these days, right? It lets you follow a specific idea or a group of people who use that hashtag. This will become very important in our Twitter discussion that we're scheduled for this week. We'll be using the hashtag OWP chat. So we'll get back to that. Sometimes people use hashtags like on the far right over here, right? Like my kids are the cutest. Those are not real hashtags. Those are just people wanting to be funny on Twitter. So the real hashtags are the ones that actually like here that point you in the direction of something or group tweets together. So here I have, and you can come back and look at it or maybe pause this page, some general Twitter hashtags for education that you might be interested in. So again, this kind of thing, the more you tweet, the more you'll see these sort of hashtags and zero in on the ones that are of interest to you. We can talk more about that later. So when you first start tweeting, you'll want to get some followers, although really, who cares? That's what I've got on the right there, right? If you participate in the world of Twitter, you will have followers eventually. Sometimes some that are unsavory or you don't want to follow. But what I would suggest for new Twitter members is just start following people. So we'll make a list of all the people in our class for one thing. But as well, if you pause this presentation on this slide, you'll see I've given you some personal suggestions of some people I think you would be interested in following. So about Twitter chats, I'm going to make a separate little video about using TweetDeck and how that can enhance your Twitter chat. But basically, a Twitter chat is when everybody is using the same hashtag for a specific period of time. Sometimes Twitter chats are a half hour, sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, and there's also a thing called a slow chat, right? So they're scheduled and publicized, usually just through Twitter. Right? And multiple people attend them. And a lot of times they are just questions and answers and thoughts. You'll get the hang of it when we practice our Twitter chat in class. Oh, yeah, pop quiz. Do you know what a subtweet is? And do you know what a mistweet is? A subtweet is something our students engage in, but actually I guess some politicians do too, and regular old people do too. A subtweet is when you tweet something without a person's specific name in there, but it's really, really aimed at them, and they know it, right? It's petty, for sure. And a mistweet is like, cough-a-fay, right? Got it? So just something you mistakenly tweeted and wish you hadn't, which you can delete, but sometimes the internet knows. And then a few more abbreviations that you might run across on Twitter. So RT is retweet. MT is modified tweet. That's when you're retweeting something someone said, but you changed it a little bit. Please retweet is when you want your followers or people to retweet your idea because you want it to get it out there. In case you missed it, is usually a link to something. Most people will link to an article or an idea that they want other people to see. And then in the world of education, we do teachers and students, question of the day or quote of the day, and then also direct message. Creating lists is something you might think about later on as you get more involved in Twitter. And this provides you a filtered stream of just like people who are really interested in the same things you are. So that's something like you might consider doing the more you get into Twitter. And then you could think about your settings on Twitter as well. Some people prefer to uncheck a box when you first get on there that is show me the best tweets first. But try out both ways and see what you actually really like. And here's the number one rule. Here's what you need to know on Twitter. You can't read all posts. That's not what it's about. It's a fast moving thing. You need to pop in, pop out, scroll, go back later. Don't spend your life on it, right? Pop in and out for short periods of time, but you'll be amazed at all the stuff that you can learn as a professional on Twitter. So that's all I have for now. Look at my other video where I'm going to talk about TweetDeck. It'll be short and sweet, promise.